Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us to our Dynamics GP user group virtually. Hope you're all doing well. So you're going to get a short presentation from me this morning. I'm not actually going to read the agenda, but just, for the people that haven't seen this, this is the one pager. I actually sent it out called the Turnkey one pager, but really reminding all of our great customers and people that aren't customers yet that may be watching today, but really the purpose of the organization. We all come together for that same ambition here is to empower organizations to do better, to drive employee experiences, customer experiences, drive profitability. We love that part about the success. Leadership, I've been around a while. Since '94, I've had Turnkey, so a little over 26 years. Again, we're still driving it. I'm still active. I'm loving the business. I think everybody is. Approach, right sizing. I think this is people hear me. Land and expand, crawl, walk, run. Otherwise, if you run, you fall, and then you crawl. But to that point, we really do right size our projects and configure these things and with an adaptable methodology. That's a key detail as you learn about methodology. Qualifications, we're right around 50 people these days. Great group of highly credentialed accounting and technology professionals. That's the fun part of my job. I'm surrounded by brilliant people. Authorization, we are a Tier 1 Microsoft cloud service provider and a cloud business applications provider. As you see the list of products, we are a Dynamics portfolio company. About 85% of the business is related to ERP. The other 15% is the customer engagement, otherwise known as CRM, and the cloud services. Professional services, again, if you didn't know, front-end, strategic leadership, vision creation, requirements, solution design, we do a lot of solutioning. Even if you've got GP, we've got customers coming in saying, hey, let's relook at this, let's re-solution, let's revision what we can do. Through process design and modeling all the way through full implementations, and as we cruise through there, we're still doing a lot of development, a lot of customizations. My guys have done some really cool stuff with bots, service bots, so AI is in the mix, a lot of forward-looking stuff all the way through that full maintenance and so forth. And I like to remind people, we do a lot of manufacturing. We're doing a lot of neat stuff with a lot of diverse, whether it's food or medical devices or chemicals, it's exciting stuff. And professional services, certainly that's fun, and field services. And the common theme here is people. It's resource management. So it all surrounds that. But that's the one pager on us, and I will be pushing out this presentation deck. So, again, I haven't thrown this up before, but the Turnkey GP team, and they're the ones driving this session today. And, Paul Roth is the practice director. He's a new name to Turnkey. Again, he joins us from leading a charge out on the East Coast with a practice there. Diane Sider, as I was commenting, coming up on 13 years with Turnkey, senior managing consultant, team leader, financials. Laura Kane, Mike Shank, Sean Hunter, Audrey Bittner. These guys used to dub the Fab 5, and it's like a Fab 10. There's a Fab 50 now. But, even Bill Schultz, Kevin Vogler, David Ozerski, Melissa, we really have a solid team of GP professionals. Again, you see a lot of seniors in there. You see a lot of specialization. So, again, I'm going to throw kudos out to my guys and girls that drive this organization. Solution planning, and again, I said I would push this out, is there's a lot of top-of-mind things that I like to talk to this group about, but Turnkey Total Care, and I've got a slide that says, what is that? It's a support plan. Again, we're targeting that to customers that want to get a base security blanket with the organization and give us the ability to more proactively manage your GP installation. And we'll push out information on that. I talk about GP upgrades. Again, the move to the cloud is still a big thing. Clients love GP. We're not forcing anybody to move. Some of them want to get it out of their building and move it into a managed hosted environment. And again, we're still doing that all the time for a lot of customers. It's been very successful. I talk about complete the Dynamics 365 Business Central Fit Gap. Some customers are interested in 365 and want to understand what's that look like. Some of them are tracking to finance and operations. That's the largest solution. But as you look at capability, there's some really neat stuff in there. Office 365, if you're not on it, there's a lot of advantages there. I'll mention multi-factor authentication. That's that two-tiered security where, you can steal my password, but you can't get in my account because I have a cell phone and you don't have that. So a lot of advantages to moving there if you haven't done that. And even integration. These are all ideas where you look at, am I rekeying data? We've built a lot of stuff. We integrate pretty much agnostically to Dynamics CRM and Salesforce. We've done e-commerce integrations. We've pre-built some adapters for Shopify. A lot of cool stuff. And then you see the GP implementation augmentation options. That's exactly it. There's a lot of capability in GP 2018, and if you look at what you've got that you own, that you don't use, that's the perspective that I'm bringing and that my team is bringing. Workflow. It's easy to use. It's easy to implement. They simplified that in some of the later versions, but if you're not using it, it's a great tool. It helps you manage by exception. Even payments processing. A lot of people still don't pay electronically. They don't take credit cards or PayPal. Document scanning and approval, a hot topic with everybody being virtual. We want to be paperless. We want to move things around. That dovetails right into workflow. Budgeting, it's that time of the year. You know, I normally do this. Are you planning? Are you driving your success? Budgeting is a discipline that helps you manage and drive goal setting. What comes with that? Advanced financial reporting. There's more intricate ways to look at data. Data drives my world. Again, I'm a technical owner, and our conversation all the time about different ways to slice and dice this to try to figure out how do we improve? How do we improve the business? Fixed assets, again, a lot of times those are in Excel spreadsheets. Requisitioning, purchasing, got a deal right now with a customer that we're going to push out requisitioning using the GP Web client so people can start that process sooner. We talk about Power BI Jumpstart. Again, Power BI is everywhere. There's no reason you can't use that tool. Whether you consume it internally, you could even create a looking glass for a customer to see your performance of their orders. You could give a vendor a looking glass to see how bad his shipping performance is, and maybe he'll self-improve if he's got a report card and a graph that looks pathetic, for example. CRM, again, we've got a Jumpstart there too. This is one of those things that manage the customers better, have a 360 view of the relationships. The accounting software, we got a billing contact, but there's so much more to really mapping through an organization and understanding who you're doing business with and to respond. Mobility, again, a hot topic everywhere. So lots of things to think about for Dynamics GP. We're excited about having these conversations, so feel free to reach out anytime. This is the flash slide on Turnkey Total Care. This is my brainchild, and I've wanted this forever, and we're still working it and tweaking it. But again, in a nutshell, you know, we've got a basic plan that gets us some support incidents, and they're very small ones. They're little quarter-hour guys, and you know, and they still add up. But and even Scrum meeting, everybody's like, "What's a Scrum meeting?" Well, that's a huddle up once a month with one of our professionals. Consider it a half an hour. You know, what's on your mind? What can I help with? You know, and as you move through the plans, maybe you need 2 a month, maybe you want 4 a month. It really depends on your group. We include a training voucher. We've got a loyalty program in there where we're doing rebates based on purchases. I think that was a great idea. We wanted to put out there. Customer portal, again, you've got that ability to log in, submit a support request, check the status, check on a project. Again, the lower tier, we've got a pool of relationship managers. So we've got a lot of people in here. And again, as we move to the right and you're committing more or you've got bigger needs, we can dedicate somebody. Even application versioning, you know, that's maintenance. What's that mean is, you know, you never have a big expense for an upgrade, but we do an assessment. If you're not on a current release, we can move you up, and then we can cover maintenance for a monthly fee and consider that a managed service. And that's really what it is. Even GP and SQL admin, not everybody has a technical person. And again, this lets us be proactive. It's optional at the lower plan, but as we move up, we include that. And again, you can see some other options, SQL monitoring, integration monitoring. So we had a lot of great ideas here. This is an available plan today. We're going to continue to push this. There's a point where, yes, we'd like everybody to have some sort of a plan so we know how to respond. You know, this is a great diagram, and believe it or not, this came from my kid's 5th grade teacher. And I love this because it's the rinse and repeat on attacking continuous process improvement. And it fits everybody. Maybe we're not doing, you know, are we doing research? Well, yeah, you come up with need, problems, research, brainstorm, best ideas, you construct a prototype, you test and evaluate, you communicate, you redesign, rinse and repeat. But that's how we improve business. It really is. So it's totally applicable. And so I'm going to push that out. And then I'm also going to include this exhibit for everybody. And this is the digital transformation journey. And this is a Microsoft piece, but, you know, as you attack, you know, things in your organization, it's a framework. And I'm doing a seminar in a couple of weeks on how to select an ERP solution. And again, I'm presenting a framework that can help an organization work through things. And in this one here, if you look at the top, customer outcomes, okay? Engage your customers, empower your employees, transform your products, optimize operations. Pick one. You don't have to do them all for at once. You may optimize operations by upgrading or doing something, and then that improves your employee experience. For example, the GP web client and requisitions. Wow, all of a sudden, I've got a web form to use, et cetera, et cetera. But as you work through this, again, you have a team. You pick people to represent the needs of the business. You know, you work through these things, you come up with a point of view, you do envisioning, and same type of thing. You end up with the outcomes that you started with objectives, and same thing, this diagram, rinse and repeat. You can use this model to work through lots of different types of digital transformation, and it's going to happen all the time. It's not always big bang. Sometimes it's incremental, but it still goes back to what creates the biggest value ROI for your organization or improves your customer's experience with you such that they're buying more. I've got a customer, I won't name it, but he created a dedicated business-to-business e-commerce site for a customer and saw a 20% increase in their spend. He did not see that coming. But again, he created a very unique, powerful experience just for them, and tremendous, tremendous outcomes. This is a Microsoft image. Again, digital transformation is represented here. Engage customers, empower employees, optimizing operations, transforming products. This is premised on the Microsoft Cloud, the Dynamics 365 Cloud. There's a lot of stuff that's packed in there. And again, this slide also kind of goes into a little more detail as to, well, what is in there? And I think that as GP users, you're able to consume part of this cloud. You can. Hey, look, maybe you got the Office experience. There's Azure up there. There's IoT. There's cognitive services. That's artificial intelligence. So there are ways to plug GP into this. Maybe it's customer engagement. Maybe you have CRM in the cloud and GP is on premise and they're communicating, and then guess what? In customer engagement, CRM, AI is in there. So now it could be looking at your data saying, hey, did you know this? Did you know that? And like I said, there's a great vision here. It's a platform. And again, I like to represent this and get people thinking about it. That's it for me. I know my team has got that visual hook. You want to stop me, but thank you for your time and enjoy the presentations today.